The federal government can now officially seize your crypto account on sites like Coinbase. Now, Coinbase, you've heard all the talk with Coinbase and the IPO, initial public offering, public crypto platform. Now, you're definitely going to want to watch the end of this one because I recently just had some huge issues with Coinbase. And the United States government basically could take your crypto now and give you answers never. Now, I officially no longer use Coinbase. I just shut down my Coinbase account because this has become a serious problem, and Coinbase is now colluding with the federal government. Now, you might be saying, Cody, what are you talking about? As a privacy advocate, you already know that you have to give some information to sign up a Coinbase account, right? I use my passport to sign up for Coinbase. You have to give some identifying information like you do with banks. Okay, cool. However, a lot has changed, and so we need to break this out today on Privacy X. Check out more information on this on privacyxproject.com. Also, make sure you check out privacyxpodcast.com. Yeah. So, here's the thing. You have to use, the banks have the know your customer law. We've talked about that before on Privacy X when I talk about how to set up an anonymous ghost LLC and a ghost bank account. Check out those videos. Definitely worth your time. But the reality is you have to have some identifying information. You have to have some identifying information to set up any account basically with a financial institution. But there is something you need to understand when you're going through this process. The first thing you need to understand is these companies would share information in the form of a 1099 or other tax form with you, i.e. it's on your taxes. But now the government has actively started seizing crypto accounts. And here's the problem, and I've talked about this with coins like Bitcoin. A lot of people think that there's like this anonymous Bitcoin, Wild West currency. Bitcoin is a joke, okay? It's an old, outdated crypto. Now, the good thing about Bitcoin is it's worth a lot of money. So if you're in low and now it's worth quite a bit, that's great. But Bitcoin is a project, is a marketing tool. Bitcoin is not a cutting edge crypto. Obviously, things have gotten better. That's like saying a 1957 Chevy is a cutting edge car. It's not. It's a beautiful car. I love the 57 Chevy. But there's a reason we've progressed about 1 million miles since the 57 Chevy. And it's the same thing with Bitcoin. We've progressed substantially. And Bitcoin is not a privacy coin. Here's the problem that a lot of you guys don't understand when it comes to blockchain. Now, everyone says, Cody, what are you talking about? Blockchain is the greatest thing since sliced bread. First of all, it's a database, guys. It's a database, okay? People get too hyped up over buzzwords. Now, is the blockchain good, cool, awesome? Yeah, sure. Blockchain is better than most of these other databases. I'd pick the blockchain over these other databases. But it's a database. It's not some, incredible, groundbreaking. It's a database. Now, here is what you need to understand. A lot of these coins, with the exception of actual privacy coins like Monero and some others, most of these coins have a trail. Now you can be guilty by association. You actually can have your crypto confiscated. So I can't even imagine if I have a $1 bill here, okay? And the $1 bill has a serial number. Now, what if that $1 bill was used for prostitution? What if that that's it's actually not a great example now that I hear that come out. Let's say I have a $100 bill. I'm in the wrong city. I'm Vegas. I'm in the wrong city to talk about. What if this piece of money was used for prostitution? What if it was used to buy drugs? What if it was used to buy illegal pills? What if it was used for illegal activity? Okay? That's not your problem. If you have this dollar bill or $100 bill, you basically have a piece of currency that is yours, and that's that. Well, the problem with these databases that you guys are so hyped up on is they can track transactions forever since the mining of this coin. It's all digital. So if this coin was potentially linked to an illegal hacker on Silk Road or illegal narcotics, you could potentially have your coin digitally taken. And this is the problem with Coinbase, is now Coinbase is complying with the new regulations that the current administration is putting on cryptocurrency. Have you guys been seeing what Congress has been proposing for cryptocurrency? I'm going to be doing a whole video breaking it down. I won't say line by line because this is like a multi-thousand page bill, but I'm going to break down the highlights. It's going to be a pretty long video, and I want to kind of do a breakdown. I guess they're talking about proposing an actual new bill to get a vote in Congress. If they do this, this will effectively end all cryptocurrency having any value. Even Monero, I mean, they would probably go after Monero, the SEC at this point, like they've been doing with other coins. But now your coins can get seized, and basically we live in this new world where you're guilty by association and you're guilty till proven innocent. Now in America, you're innocent until proven guilty, but in recent years that's been flipped on its head. And so you can actually have your whole crypto wallet seized. So I do recommend a hardware wallet. I've talked about Ledger and other hardware wallets. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, because I'm going to be doing a lot of upcoming videos on how to keep Bitcoin and other cryptos completely and utterly anonymous. Now, I do not advocate not paying taxes, and the new tax laws are crazy, but I do advocate not keeping them in any exchange. Now, you might be thinking, well, Cody, nobody keeps them in exchange. Actually, statistically, I've read statistics from like 7 or 8 different resources, and roughly 85% of all crypto holders keep their cryptocurrency on exchanges because it's easy. You can have an app, you can easily pop in and out, whether it's Coinbase or any other exchange. It's give or take roughly 85%. Some sources say like 77%, some say as high as 90%, but the average is roughly 85% of people keep all of their crypto on exchanges. So yes, it is more common than maybe you think. Now, if you're currently keeping your crypto on a hardware wallet, I highly recommend it personally, but that's up to you. Something like Ledger or one of these other hardware wallets. And it doesn't matter what coin you have, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Chainlink, any of these coins, it's the same thing. It's not just Bitcoin. The one caveat would be Monero, but Monero's not exempt. Now, you can't even get Monero on Coinbase, of course, and you want Monero completely anonymous or you're wasting your time. It's not worth buying Monero if it's not a privacy coin. And that one you're not going to get on most of these exchanges anyway. But when you look at actually using crypto, now they're trying to put laws in place where they can track down. And of course, it's all for your safety and your security and your best interest. Now, as you already know, and as I always say, at Privacy X, we believe privacy is a right, and it's a right that needs to be fought for by you and by me. Otherwise, you will have no privacy, you'll have no safety, you'll have no security, you'll have no freedom, you'll have nothing. You literally have nothing. And so, it's something you want to think about. So would I recommend even using many of these exchanges? Well, right now, I would batten down the hatches a little bit if you have any crypto and start thinking about putting it in hardware wallets, because we don't know how deep this is going to go. The SEC has been working round the clock on crypto cases. We've seen what they've been doing with Library, Odyssey and Library. We've seen what they did with XRP. We've seen what they've been trying to do to come after some of these others. I've heard rumors that they could potentially come after Stellar Lumen. I've heard rumors that they could potentially come after Chainlink. I've heard rumors that they could potentially come after basically all these coins. And at some point, they will cripple Bitcoin when they're ready to introduce the Fed coin. Because keep in mind, guys, all the United States has to do is make the ownership of cryptocurrency illegal, like they did with Prohibition. They've made alcohol illegal in the past. They've made anything. They can make gambling. I mean, look what happened to us poker players when they made online poker illegal virtually everywhere. It's only legal. I mean, it's legal here where I live in Las Vegas, and it's legal in a few other states. But online poker is illegal in most of America. Online poker. You think they give a crap about the crypto industry? And when it comes to currency, they want to control the currency. So people are like, well, Cody, they can't stop Bitcoin. No, they can't shut Bitcoin down. They can't just delete it from existence. Of course, you're right. Although I think there's congressmen and women who actually think that's a possibility. Some of these people are buffoons. But what I will say is they don't need to. All they got to do is make it illegal, and then you have a felony for owning it. Just like if they make a specific gun illegal. Are you willing to get a felony to own XYZ gun? Maybe you are, maybe you aren't. Are you willing to get a felony to own cryptocurrency? Maybe you are, maybe you aren't. But I guarantee most people are going to pull out. And when most people pull out, Bitcoin won't be worth 50, 60, 70 grand. It'll be worth 5, 6, 7 grand. Because the reality is the rest of the world is not going to be able to hype crypto the way that we do here in America. So Americans would pivot. They would pivot to startups and other securities and exchanges and, you know, other investments like they always do. It'd be the flavor of the week. Same thing with NFTs. I mean, you look at these scams. I mean, now we're going into the scam like BitClout. Like, what is that garbage? Like, you're seeing like legitimate scams pop up. And what these people are going to do is they're going to ruin it for everyone. And that's the unfortunate thing. So we're going to have a lot more laws and regulations because these morons are making coins at rapid pace just to screw people out of money. It's unfortunate. So this is what's happening right now, though, with the IPOs, the public, and then basically when you're a public company, you have to share drastically more information with the government. And also, it makes, you know, that's why the government is always backdooring a lot of these public companies. They always have backdoors. They always have backroom deals because it's in both parties' best interest. And this is what we're seeing now with crypto exchanges, Coinbase being one of the most notable. And now we're going to see some serious issues arise. So are you using exchange? If you do, what exchange do you use? You got a good exchange you want to recommend? Let me know down below. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up. Put out new videos all the time here on Privacy X. Make sure you go all into everything you do in your life. And I will see you guys in the next video.